So I want to have a look at packaging today. Very simple. I'm not talking about the outside, the design of the packaging. I'm talking about choosing the box for your biscuits or cookies. It's a huge decision because if you get it wrong, it costs you an absolute fortune. I've been through, I don't know how many packaging designers and types of box and size to get it right, but I've been through pretty much all the designs types out there. So this one's just popped in. We'll get to that in a moment. We're going to work our way down from the very high end and expensive, the beautiful things, right down to the simple, cheap and cheerful. And I'll show you how you can do very good quality packaging at very, very low cost to get you into the marketplace. So we'll start from the top end and work our way down. So this is brandy beans. It's a liqueur filled truffle. So they're very nice, liqueur filled chocolates. Basic cardboard box on the outside. You get a nice greaseproof tray on the inside, and then these little alcohol beans inside. So this is probably a bake-in tray. So the chocolates are made in the tray, and the tray itself is then dropped into the box when it's cool. This goes on top, and the box lid on that. So very simple, but you've got three types of packaging there. You've got outer cardboard, you've got a cover, and you've got a tray. So it's good, but it is a bit more expensive. But lots of room for all your packaging details and nice design. So pretty straightforward, but it's a bit more luxurious looking. But you've got to come up with three types of design now. You need three sets of dimensions, three designs for how it's going to hold your product. Make sure they don't rattle about inside. So I believe also, before I add them all, this was wrapped. So once the beans, the little chocolate beans were inside, this was wrapped in plastic before it was in the box. So that was done with a flow wrapping machine. These two sell really well in gift shops. So this one's from SD Bells. They make the Belfast tea that I put in my webinar biscuits. They're a really nice box, and they've told me that they sell really well because of the design of the box. It's got some gold foiling in the text, it's got the history, it's got this beautiful design. It's not heavy on design, it's not tons of colour, it's not big and splashy, but it's really nice. It's also got that nice little feature where you can pop in the bottom and pull out individual tea bags. But at its heart, it's still just a cardboard box. So just when we're on cardboard boxes, this is a pillow box. So this is what all product cardboard packaging is like. Basically, it's folded card. So it actually comes as a sheet of card, coloured or plain, and a big printer prints your design on it. Another machine will cut it out and crease it. So it could be a laser, it could be a press, whatever it is. It presses through the cardboard and makes it foldable at that point. And then another machine will glue it. So I'll just put hot glue along the edge here. Another machine folds it, or individual will stand and fold these, and then they come to you like this flat pack. And that's it, ready to go. So when it pops up, the creases allow you to fold it in the right place. So it's three machines to produce that one box, which is why the more volume that you order, the lower cost it gets. They're buying in more card at one time, it's less shipping for them, so it's cheaper. Plus they can put lots of runs through. They can set up three machines to do lots at the same time. High end, nice for gift shops. That one's a plainer design, but it's one of my customers. They sell it really well. Nice, beautiful box. Tells you everything you need to know, nutritionals, ingredients, all the details on there. Comes in different flavors for them, so it's different colored box for each one. So it works really well. But if you're not ready for that, you're not ready for retail, you're not ready for ordering 10,000 of these at a time, even though they come flat pack, that's still a pallet and several £1,000s to get them into your stock. So you need to get there. You need to get something a little lower cost, a little lower volume. This is an online printing service I used. Really nice finished box. But when I was first buying these, they were £1.50 each. So it's massively expensive, but it looks really nice. Lots of room for design, and obviously because my company uses the hexagonal logo, this works well for shortbread from the Giant's Causeway. Very nice, but very expensive. Once I'm in buying high volume of these, then it comes down to a few pence a box, but we're not there yet. So you either need to have lots of money or lots of storage space. Before I got to this, I had these. So a bit higher quality than what's to come, but it's still a box with a label on it. This is a plain black tube. Now people like the tubes. You'll see tubes used loads in high quality gift shop stores. They're printed, however. This one's done with a nice label. Non-removable label, just standard sticky label that goes on there, so it can look quite nice. This one's a low adhesive label, so it creates a little collar you can peel off and then pop open the tube. So allows you to just drop the biscuits inside. These are great, but they only come that size. They don't come flat pack. So you have to get them like this. So the first time I ordered them, I ordered 1,000 of these, and 3 long wheelbase transit vans turned up to deliver them. And I hadn't realised how much space they would take up. So you need to have a shed load of space if you're buying these in any volume. And because of that, they're also expensive to ship because they take up lots of room in the van. You can go for more bespoke things. You can keep it plain, but the more bespoke, the more expensive it gets. So I had this made, but I couldn't actually get it manufactured. So the designers looked at it and said, yes, we can do it. We can create all sorts of lovely things. There's amazing designs on Pinterest. They are brilliant. You can create all sorts of beautiful packaging, but you can't actually get it manufactured in any volume because the time it takes somebody to stand and fold all these bits in. And as soon as you're into that kind of manual labor, companies don't want it. And we can do 10 times the work in half the time for the same amount of money. So it looks nice, but hard to get manufactured unless you're doing it on super high volume. What you can do, cupcake boxes. This is where I started when I was selling in markets. Cupcake boxes were great. They come from bakery packaging suppliers, so they come pre-sized. You can't just find any size or design to them, but they come flat pack. Come with that. And it's the same glued box. This one's got a cutout in it with a glued on window. It comes to you flat. Open it up, drop your biscuits inside. But you need to then put a sticky label on it. So when you go to retailers don't like sticky labels. They don't want this kind of thing. You can get away with it in local gift shops. I could do these for off licenses quite well, but when you get to supermarkets or high-end gift shops, they will demand a minimum this, preferably this kind of thing, this kind of nice style. Just a note on that one has crash lock bottom. It's called crash lock because it comes to you flat, same cardboard cutout, blue line, but the bottom of it crashes together, so I can pop that up, and there it is, locked together. All you have to do then is put your biscuits in, or in this case tea, and close it up. So you only have to close one end, so it's less work for you. But these, cheap and cheerful, you can see the product inside, and you put a label on it. That label seals it, gives you a security seal, stops anybody tampering with your biscuits, and you can put all your legals on there, nutritionals, information, and so on, and your brand, your story. Same with this cupcake box, very simple. Just comes flat. Came with an insert to hold the cupcakes, but I was doing big packs of biscuits. That's kind of a big thing here, so these dropped inside and were quite nice. But to get started, these were only a few pence each, and I could buy 50 at a time or 100 at a time. I didn't need to order in 10,000 or buy the pallet. Something to bear in mind if you're using a box. This is quite nice, but unless you're getting it bespoke for your biscuits, you're going to have problems with space and size. So your box has to fit your biscuits, especially when they're handmade. They can vary in size by 3-4 mil at a time, so that can make quite a big difference if you have a very tight fitting box. In this case, the biscuits fit in, but there is a bit of a rattle to it. You don't want them bouncing around because they will bounce around in transit. This was a custom made box, same as one of my customers, and they had a box custom made for them. So they fit in there. They're nice and snug, and there's no rattle. They don't move around. The other option is to use a tray. So these are pretty common, but you're into another layer of packaging. So you now need to order a tray and a box that's going to fit. So this tray will fit this box and doesn't rattle around inside. But you need to get your biscuits, your cookies in the tray and then wrap the whole thing together. So that needs to go into a flow wrapper, an L sealer or whatever to keep it airtight. So now you're into another layer of packaging. And again, these are thermoformed plastic. So it's you can get them in recyclable, but because the machine has to be set up for these, you either have to buy a size which suits your biscuits. You're going to have to buy loads of these or get samples. A lot of companies will send you free samples. You'll get 2 or 3 of each size if you need it's close to your biscuit. If you can get one that fits, magic. If you need to get it made, you need to be ordering minimum 10,000, probably closer to 100,000 to make it worthwhile. Now they're priced at less than 1p each, but that soon adds up when you're ordering 100,000 of them. Again, you also need to have room for 3 pallets of them to arrive. I'm talking 6-foot high pallets of these to come in. So they're great, but they're a high volume product. So you can't just, typically can't just go and buy half a dozen of these. Some bakery suppliers will do them. They will have some, and if you get one that fits your biscuit or cookie, you're sorted. It could be the biscuit sits in it that way, or on edge, as it's called, or slow pack, one behind the other, and then you would wrap the whole thing. So if you're fortunate enough to be able to find a box that fits, great. Then you get a box either made to fit the tray, or you're fortunate enough and find an online service which is close to that box size. Getting back to cheap and cheerful, I wanted to be able to send some things through the post. So standard C5 box, got these on eBay from a big packaging supplier actually in England, but They're selling them on eBay, and they're great. I package the biscuits individually, so there's a 2-pack, but they're wrapped individually for this and sit in a tray. But it's not coming pre-printed, it's not coming with any customization on it. A few ways to do it. I went with plain outside, so people didn't know there was alcoholic biscuits inside in the post. But all my labels are printed on a postcard. So you get a nice postcard from Northern Ireland. So it's got the causeway on it, and this is my plain shortbread. It's got all the ingredients, all the nutritionals on the back in 3 languages. So that goes in the box. Biscuits, gift bag, and postcard. Gift bags can be just plain paper gift bags to make it a nice gift. Or in this case, I got nice linen ones with my logo done on them. So it's another expense, but it adds it into a nice gift. And when you open that, then you can take your 6 biscuits out, take the postcard, put the whole lot together, and give someone a nice bag of linen wrapped biscuits, which is quite good. So, and if they receive that in the post, they're also very happy. But I can buy these boxes for about 15 to 20p each. You can buy linen bags, you can buy gift bags, all for a few pence each. Linen bags obviously are a little bit more expensive than paper, but it's a nice gift, and that's what people want. They want something they can give to people that's of value. They're not looking to spend a few pence, they want to spend a few pounds and get a nice biscuit, a nice gift bag, and make a complete gift out of it. So, but when you talk to manufacturers of cardboard, designers, retailers, the only thing they will suggest to you is that, with a nice design on it, or this. And they want it bespoke, they want it by pallet, and they want it in high volume. And that's the only option you have, and it's really not. Start with low cost, sell in markets, sell in the shops, and keep your costs down. Save up your money for a good designer, so you can get a nice box done down the line, and save up a couple of £1,000s. Get proofs made, test your box, leave your biscuits in the packet, keep them there overnight, put them in the car, let them rattle around in the car for a few days, deliver a couple of boxes and see how they do. If they survive, your biscuits are all intact and it looks good and your feedback is good from customers, especially going to the markets and trying out the boxes, see what people think. If they're happy, then you can start to order 10,000 at a time, order them by the pallet. But don't jump straight into this end, because you're committed, and once you've got a design done, that's it, you're stuck with it until you get a new design, new box, size, shape, whatever. So start cheap and save your money for when you're ready for ordering thousands and thousands.